we'll go to the NFC East from here. And, I want to start off with, of course, the team that won that division. You got the Dallas Cowboys. I know that a lot of teams, a lot of fans, a lot of teams like to look at it a certain way, and he's back. But
what are you talking about?
I literally just finished off our AFC West crescendo, and literally am starting with the NFC East. And, of course, I had to pick the division winner, Dallas Cowboys, from last season.
You're picking Dallas to win the division, although they're losing?
No. I actually am picking them to win the division, but I just wanted to start with them because they did win the division last year.
Okay.
And I think that that's a fair place to start. They had arguably two of the hottest coaching candidates. We know that DQ turned down one of the positions. I don't know if Kellen Moore got offered a job or not.
He didn't. People got smart. People got smart. Kellen Moore. All right, you hire Kellen Moore, my peer. He's my age. Okay, I'm 30. You hire Kellen Moore, you're wasting 2 to 3 years in your franchise. Kellen Moore has not put together a great half-season game plan yet. I think he has creative plays, but he hasn't learned how to sequence them together yet. I'm okay with that because he's so young. I think he needs.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He needs pelts on the wall. But if you want to hire Kellen Moore as your head coach, you're telling the NFL that you don't know what the hell you're doing. Kellen Moore is not ready to be a head coach yet. He is not Sean McVay. He's not the young boy wonder who put in the time. Yes, Kellen's dad was a high school coach. Huh?
McVay was only the OC in Washington for 1 year.
Yeah, but McVay.
He was on the staff a long time, but he was only the OC 1 year.
He was on that.
Washington was not good.
But look at that.
Doesn't put up bonker numbers. But
look at the staff he was on now.
Yeah, everybody has turned.
Look who through his career. Look who he coached with. Like you're talking Shanahan, Raheem Morris, both of them. Raheem Morris, like he was coaching with coaches.
Yes, coaches.
Right, and the fact that
Zach Taylor was there,
Zach Taylor, bro, like McVay's different.
The LaFleur brothers, even though Matt's the only head coach, but the LaFleur brothers.
Right, McVay's different, bro. He's different.
I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off, but he was also. It's so crazy. He was the best football player in the state of Georgia.
Yeah, he was.
With Calvin Johnson. How crazy is that?
Out of Maris.
Yeah.
Running that option quarterback, and actually was nice with it.
This is where Jude comes in when he tries to wreck my state championship accomplishment. He loves to bring up private school ball, and that this is where he would say, "Well, he was at Maris. He's like private school ball."
But Maris played like 4 or 5A ball, right? I know they play high A ball now.
Yeah, even if they were 2A or 3A, they were playing.
Yeah, they were playing like high A ball.
Yeah, they were playing they'd go down, they'd play allowance. If the schedule could be set for them to do it, they'd make that type of matchup.
Yeah. Now, my high school, we got thrashed by Maris in basketball one year. Like, Maris is good at sports.
Yeah, they're a high end. When it comes to private schools, the best all around, it actually probably is them all around. And because they're, centrally located in the city. But point being, Cowboys, I think the retention of the coaching staff, it's going to put a lot of heat on McCarthy. But I think McCarthy's done regardless. If they don't make the NFC Championship, Sean Payton's going to be the next head coach, or Dan Quinn, if somehow, some way Sean Payton doesn't take the job. But
Sean Payton takes the job.
Yeah, I think he does too. But let's just say in a hypothetical world, he loves that cushy job at Amazon or something for one more year.
Is he going to be good on TV?
He doesn't give me that personality. He did a commercial one time. I think it was local for New Orleans or just the state of Louisiana, where it was something about going. It might have been going to what's the casino?
Harris.
Yeah, I think it was for Harris, and they asked him what he wanted to eat, and it was like panther meat. It was like lion, like it was like stuff, and then he's like, I'll have the roasted falcon, and he just is like smiling. He's got this smug look. He's a smug son of a bitch, is what he is. And so, of course, you knew he was going to pick that. And then once he was done eating it, to Devontae Freeman, and then it was like a falcon bird further after he got done eating it. He's like sitting back with his stomach out and stuff. And so who knows? He doesn't appear to be like somebody that's going to be good on TV.
Yeah, Drew Brees was. You see what NBC did to Drew Brees after 1 year? They canned his ass.
Yeah, but Drew just doesn't have the charisma like Peyton Manning, like especially to see a guy like Peyton on.
Well, Peyton is funny, and Eli is funny. Eli is like, they're funny.
Eli's goofy funny though.
Yeah, it's different kinds of funny.
Peyton's I'm the best ever, and I can make this joke and make it sound so serious to where everybody knows it's a joke, and that's what makes it so fucking funny.
Well, I remember one of my favorite Manning casts was when LeBron came on.
Of course it was.
But no. It was the Peyton and LeBron conversation of, hey, yo, we them. When me and you talk, can't nobody else talk. And Eli's just sitting there, mouth breathing, waiting for like to throw in his terrible joke because he knows, hey, sometimes when big bro talking to other people, I gotta go text. You know how it be when your partners is hollering at a girl and her friend ain't rocking with you? So then you just like get in your phone, but you ain't really texting nobody. You just scrolling through Instagram to look busy.
Yeah, you're looking up random shit.
Yeah, bro, that's how Eli was in that conversation. But it was similar in the Brady conversation until it got a little too far. Then Eli was like, yo, you know what I did to you though, man.
But that was exactly why Eli, he's sitting there. He can sit in that conversation only because he's like, well, I beat you twice on the biggest stage.
It's like, hey, bro.
I'm 2-0 against you when it actually, as Jew would say, when did it matter? He's 2-0 against Brady, the best ever when it mattered.
Because it's one of those things where it's like, everybody know that Brady and Peyton got way better hands than Eli. But every time Eli fight Brady, he just beat his ass. And it don't make sense.
Well, what it is Eli is the guy that he's fighting, and like Brady could be beating him, like winning on the card 10-9 every time. But for whatever reason, by that 12th round, Eli is a knockout artist. He literally takes that one punch, and it always wins.
Bro, Javonte Davis's last fight. No. Yeah, it was his last fight. He was getting his ass whooped, and Floyd was talking to him. Bro, you losing right now. He got mad, and he was like, oh, I'm losing? All right, bet. Night.
Exactly.
You can't lose when he sleep.
Exactly. And that's where it draws me to Eli's former team with the Giants. I mean, Daniel Jones, they didn't pick up his 5th-year option, correct?
No, they did not.
So this is final year for him. So he's playing for money. They got Dayball at coach. I mean, he's a Belichick guy. And of course, he's the one that, everybody keeps making the joke about Belichick plays chestnut check, or he plays chestnut checkers, and basically intentionally texts that to Brian Beeflo. First of all, it gets Kraft out of hot water. But secondly, it shows that Brady was tampering and Belichick potentially, if that theory is in fact true, that would mean that he knew that Brady was tampering. And come on, you don't think that Bill is Bill, man, at the end of the day. He is the most powerful person in the NFL that isn't an owner.
And I don't think Bill wanted – yeah, I agree. I don't think Bill wanted B-Flow to take that job because if he takes that Giants job, he's not going to win and he won't be a head coach ever again.
And more importantly, Bill's got connection to the Giants organization. And so –
and he knows the Tish and Amaras aren't good owners.
Yeah, he knows the owners. And so then he's lost to them in the Super Bowl twice. And so, there's, so much layered onto that. But, regardless – it ended up setting that up, but point being, Dayball's there. He's a Saban guy, which in turn makes him a Belichick guy. He was on the Patriots staff too.
Yeah, he was.
So He was at one point. Even if it was for 1 year, he was like a special assistant or some shit.
Hey, let's talk about the real team in this division.
Wait. I just want to run through the Giants real quick. Daniel Jones put up, shut up. Saquon, can you fucking stay healthy? I think I saw in the rankings for the draft, he's like RB like 15 or something. So interesting to see. They got a lot of problems, and I don't see them getting that much better. But we'll see with Dayball.
They're going to be a bad team. It's going to be okay for Dayball because they're going to let him wipe the slate clean, and he's going to try to get one of these young quarterbacks and rebuild. Kenny Golladay is going to get up out of there after this year. I think they're going to be like, hey, dude, you're not on our timeline. They're going to be bad for another 3 or 4
year
years.
2 of that contract, though, and they gave him like a 4 or 5 year deal.
Somebody will take it off. Somebody who's a player away will take that bad contract. Sam Darnold got dealt for a
Once the Falcons, if we don't bring back Ridley, we'll take him on for a year. I mean,
that would be dumb because he's Drake London. Same person.
Yeah, they're like taller guys. But clearly,
hey, so we're not going to talk about the Commanders because they don't command our attention. Let's get to the Eagles, the team that's going to win the division. I hate it. They're going to win the division.
9-8.
I didn't say they're going to win it pretty. I just think that they actually improved. I like Jordan Davis. I like Nakobe Dean. Yeah, go dog sick 'em. I think that the creativity that Nick Sirianni found with their offense last year and utilizing the Lincoln Riley offense for Jalen Hurts instead of trying to make him a drop back passer, I think that pays dividends. And now that they have Jalen Hurts a number 1 receiver, I think he looks a lot better. And honestly, I think they win games, and I think they have to pay him. I don't think he earns the pay. I think he gets overpaid, but I think he and Tua alike are going to have seasons that get them paid.
I think that I like their draft. I'm with you. I did like the draft, of course. It's going to be hard as a Dogs fan to not like that draft. You got the 2 best players on the defense. I mean, I know that Walker went 1, of course, to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But based on production for the Georgia team, those were your 2 guys. And so, and they're both up the middle. Nakobe's inside and Jordan's inside. So, stout defense. Obviously, nobody ran the ball in Georgia, and you barely could throw on them, too. And Nakobe's athletic enough, and I know they had all those injury concerns, but he can drop back, too. I love the draft. I think Miles Sanders is a guy that's a little bit overrated. Josh is the one.
I think he's better than Saquon Barkley as a pro.
Sure. They're both Penn State guys, right?
Yep.
Sure. Sure. He's had a better career so far, no doubt. But you're adding more tread to a guy, and they already were. The Eagles have always been a team, funny enough, that's been kind of committed. Even Deuce Staley, Buckhalter, they've always kind of ran a committee there. But my thing is this. If Jalen Hurts is found out, look, there's one thing to be pounding it in the red zone and nobody knows who's getting the ball. And then now you've got a fast guy that can slant, and then you got a guy that you can throw it up to, an A.J. Brown. And, of course, Goddard's bigger than Ertz at tight end. There's one thing to be in that position where every goal line stance, you feel like you always feel like you've got the advantage. But, like, and it's not this attack on black quarterbacks or anything like that. I'm curious as to how great Jalen Hurts is going to be at the line of scrimmage. How is he going to – is Nick going to be really in his ear? I want to know, is he going to be able to go out there and pick apart defenses? Because that, to me, is going to be the difference in how good he's going to be this year.
I think
that's the next step. We know that he's got the physical ability, and even though he's a little undersized in terms of what people want out of a quarterback, he's not as fast as Lamar, right? He's not like that type of guy. But he doesn't throw the ball pretty enough. He's not as good a passer as Dak even. I'm curious as to, can he get it to where he can win them possessions at the line of scrimmage? And I just don't know if I see it. And I get the creativity that you like in Sirianni. I need to see it in year 2. I've seen guys flame out after the first year and they get found out too. And so,
no, I agree. I'm just optimistic on Jalen because this goes against what I normally believe in, but he's a gamer.
Okay, that's fair.
And I don't like to live off of gamer because most gamers were on great college teams, and who gives a damn? But I think he has some of that Jimmy G in him. Excuse me, that James Garoppolo in him. That as long as everything around him is right, he's going to be right.